Prabhu Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Radhe Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nityanamide Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare
everyone to 26 Second Avenue, the first temple of the Hare Krishna movement, established in 1966. Thank you all very much for coming. This is a program that happens every Saturday at 5:30, and we run through the Bhagavad Gita verse by verse. So each verse taken alone, examined alone, is complete unto itself and can give you a great understanding of the Vedic teachings coming from Krishna. But also, if you study it systematically, as we do, there is extra value there because you can learn how all the Bhagavad Gita fits together, which is fascinating in a spiritually satisfying way. So today our special guest is Sri Prahlada Prabhu, who is how you go? Sri Prahlada Prabhu is a professor here in New York, teaching in business and management, and formerly professor in universities in the UK, Australia, and more. But he is also raised in Krishna consciousness as a devotee. And many children, when they're even raised in Krishna consciousness, the theme of their childhood years is not necessarily so dissimilar from the theme of kids as we know it, playing and having fun and this and that. And although I'm not saying that Sri Prabhupada didn't do that, but he focused on sharing Krishna consciousness with others at a young age and successful at that. So now Sri Prabhupada is based here in New York with his wife, and we're happy to have him regularly. We're continuing with our going through the Bhagavad Gita today on chapter 8 of the Bhagavad Gita, Attaining the Supreme, the chapter's called, and we're on text 16. So some people like to follow along with your phone. You may do that easily. There is a web page, vedabase.io. It's phonetical, so VEDA, base, like baseball, vedabase.io. And there's a link to various books of Srila Prabhupada, including the Bhagavad Gita, and you can get to chapter 8, and you can get to text 16. But if you raise your hand, a hard copy will be passed over to you by Bhakta Sasha, if what I said is too much, which is fine. And then lastly, sort of going backwards here a little bit, since it's just a small group of us, maybe everyone can just introduce themselves very briefly. So, myself, my name is Atma Nivedana, or Atma for short, and so my responsibility is in organizing this program every week since 2011, and then passing on the time to my wife, but she prefers I say for her. Today. So today only, she's Subhangada, and then Mary, when you take it from me.
Sure.
Go this way.
My name is Maru. I'm honored to be here every Saturday. It's so nice. We have today Sri Prahlada, amazing guy, great Kirtanier, and I feel blessed to study Bhagavad Gita here today. It's very nice at the headquarters where it's all began.
My name's Ishwar. I grew up in the movement in New York, and I think I've only been here 2 times, and this is my 2nd time. So I'm very glad to be here.
So nice
Glad
to
to
have
have
you.
you.
My name is Elena. I don't know what I'm supposed to say.
When did you start coming here, Alina, originally?
11 years, 10 years ago.
Wow, been chanting Hare Krishna all this time.
That's why you guys encouraged me to start chanting Hare Krishna.
Right, nice to have you.
My name is Manjari Devidasi. I've been coming here for a long time. I don't remember. Yeah.
And are you a devotee since you were little as well?
Since childhood, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I was seeing you when you were like little, maybe.
Well, I'm in another country now.
Oh, you're in Guyana then. Okay. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Would like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Natasha. I don't remember if these two ladies remember me, but I stayed with you. Yeah, in the ashram. Remember? Yeah. Hare Krishna. Yeah, nice to see you again. So anyway, I'm following now in London.
Okay.
Yeah.
Krishna consciousness in London. Living in London.
Yeah.
Oh, you visit the temple in Soho.
Uh-huh.
Very nice. Yeah, and you were coming here back sometime.
Yeah, I'm kind of on and off in New York. Yeah.
Okay. Well, welcome back.
Great. Yeah,
Hare
great to be
Krishna.
here, and I see you some new pictures here.
Oh yes, yeah, it's nice,
refurbishing.
right?
Yeah,
It's
really
nice. It was turned into a museum as well as a place for the programs. So thus, it's like a
Upgrade.
living museum.
Very nice.
First part and second part. Yeah.
Okay. So Hare Krishna. Oh, and we cannot forget Dr. Sasha.
Producer.
My name is Sasha. We've been coming here similar like Elena for many years.
Many years. 10 or 11 years. you
Yeah.
said? Okay. Thank you. And he helps organize things. You can see him in action right now. Transcendental action.
Producer, man.
Right. Okay. Okay, so now we'll turn it over to Shri Prahlada Prabhu.
He's a chef producer.
Oh yeah. Jack.
He's a scientist.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you all for being here.
Thank you.
And you said that, many of I'm not sure that you said this. I thought you were going to say it.
Oh,
That many of the children that grow up in the Krishna consciousness movement don't necessarily stay or continue.
oh, I didn't.
It's-
Yeah, I didn't make that comment. Yeah.
It's nice here that we have three,
Oh,
like Ishvara and Manjari, all grow up in Krishna conscious families, which is nice, huh?
Yeah, and a different sort of similar but different sort of comment about something nice here is having a fair number of us here who have been chanting Hare Krishna for a really long time and are still eagerly doing the same.
Yeah.
And getting together to do the same.
Uh-huh.
It's very nice.
It's a
Yeah,
good
well-
point. 3 people from Hare Krishna born into it.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, thank you for organizing it and bringing us together, as you do, as you have. So, chapter 8, verse 16, it's a very famous verse.
Yeah. Sorry.
That's fine. It's a very famous verse from the Gita. There are certain verses that we call key verses or key slokas. Every verse of the Gita, there are 700 of them. Every one is a jewel. And they're all Krishna's words for the most part, or Arjuna's words. Can we say that some verses are better than others?
Yes,
We can't, right?
you can say it.
We could say it, yeah, it's a free country, it's free speech.
But we could analyze it and come to the conclusion that it's a valid thing to say as well.
Right, yeah. Because there are certain verses that our acharyas, or our teachers, like Prabhupada, would quote more frequently. For example, the most cited verse that Prabhupada quoted is Bhagavad Gita, chapter 7, verse 1. Yeah? He didn't necessarily cite the whole verse, but there was a particular phrase from it that he liked to quote when he spoke, which was?
It's the first line, I forget, but it's listen.
Yeah, Tat Shrinu.
Yeah.
So just listen. Krishna's telling Arjuna, listen. Try to hear, try to listen, and then you'll understand. We often say, Krishna's given us one mouth and 2 ears, means that listening could be more important. Anyway, it's a cute thing to say, but I think our tradition would also support that listening is very important. The Gita begins when Arjuna falls silent, so to speak, right? He's putting forth his protests, his arguments to Krishna, why he shouldn't fight, why it's a sin, why so many things, and then finally he says, Krishna, I'm confused. He admits, Krishna, I'm confused, I don't know what to do. I'm your disciple. And then he's ready to hear. So yeah, some verses more important than others. This particular verse, 8:16, is one of those verses that Prabhupada and our acharyas more broadly quote more frequently. And so I can't say exactly when I learned this verse. There are verses that I made an effort to learn. There are verses that I learned just by association. Especially, I served in Arjuna Maharaj for 18 years. So I sat in front of him as he spoke for all those years. And there were verses that he cited frequently. And over time I learned them just by hearing them quoted. Yeah. So for this verse, I can't remember if it was a purposeful effort or if it was by association, acclimatization. But it's very important. So the fact that I have that question in my mind indicates it's an important verse. So I'll chant the Sanskrit line by line. You can repeat after me. Abhrama bhuvana loka punar arvartinorjuna mam upetya tu kaunteya punar janmana vidyate. On the spot there.
Abhrama bhuvana loka
Abhrama bhuvana loka
punar avartinorjuna
mam upetya
tu kaunteya
mam upetya tu kaunteya punar
janmana vidyate.
janmana vidyate. There's brahmachari training there, ashram training.
Abrahma bhuvana loka
Abhrama bhuvana loka
punaravartinorjuna mam upetya tu kuntiya punar janmana vidyate.
Abrahma bhuvana loka
Abhrama bhuvana loka punaravartinorjuna mam upetya tu kaunteya punarjanmana vidyate. Abhrama bhuvana loka punaravartinorjuna mam upetya tu kaunteya punarjanmana vidyate. Okay, let's go to the English then. From the highest planet in the material world down to the lowest, all are places of misery, wherein repeated birth and death take place. But one who attains my abode, O son of Kunti, never takes birth again. So let's read 2 lines of the purport at a time. We can start with you, You ready, Prabhu?
Uh,
Yeah, 2 lines.
Two sentences?
Yeah,
Two lines,
two sentences.
Two sentences. Right?
Uh-huh, yep.
All kinds of yogis, karma, jnana, hatha, etc., eventually have to attain devotional perfection in bhakti yoga or Krishna consciousness before they can go to Krishna's transcendental abode and never return. Those who attain the highest material planets, the planets of the demigods, are again subjected to repeated birth and death.
As persons on earth are elevated to the higher planets, people on higher planets such as Brahmaloka, Chandraloka, Indraloka fall down to the earth. The practice of sacrifice called Panchakani Vidya, recommended in Chandogya Upanishad, enables one to achieve Brahmaloka. But if on Brahmaloka one does not cultivate Krishna consciousness, then he must return to the earth.
Those who progress in Krishna consciousness on the higher planets are gradually elevated to higher and higher planets, and at the time of universal devastation are transferred to the eternal spiritual kingdom. Baladev Vidyabhushana, in his commentary on Bhagavad Gita, quotes this verse from the Kurma Purana.
Wait, I think you skipped something. Quotes this.
Yeah. Then do you guys
It sounds like a different version.
You know
Is it Sridhar Swami or Baladev Vidyabhushan?
Those who progress in Krishna consciousness on higher planets are gradually elevated to heaven. Baladevi in a commentary on Bhagavad Gita quotes this Kurma Purana. And then this next, Brahma.
Okay.
They're probably different editions, right?
Yeah,
different
yeah.
than, that was
Yeah, interesting.
So should I read that verse that's there?
You know that verse is in it. That's why I confirmed we're reading the same thing. They just the editions have slightly different purport.
You said Baladev Vidyabhushan, and here it says Sridhar Swami
Oh, okay.
in his commentary.
Gotcha.
Quotes this verse, and then you said in the Chandogya Upanishad.
Oh, this one says Kurma.
Kurma Purana. Okay.
So, and then
Brahmana sahate sarve samprapte pratisanchare parasyante kritatmana pravishanti param param. Someone else? Natasha, you want to read?
When there is devastation of this material universe, Brahma and the devotees who are constantly engaging Krishna consciousness are all transferred to the spiritual universe and to specific spiritual planets according to their desires.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you.
So, this verse gets quoted often to point out that no matter where we go in the material world, we will encounter similar types of troubles, similar types of difficulties. Here, New York City, I've been here the past year and a half now, and there are different parts of the city, and you can experience them very differently. Some parts appear very pleasant, other parts people a bit more rough, more difficult. Some parts are built up high with skyscrapers, others still low rise, hardly developed. But everyone here is seeking something. Everyone here is working very hard. People here are ambitious. They're trying to get somewhere, to be someone, to do something, to have something. And it's interesting, like when I first came to New York, I would have a gathering like this and I'll think, who are the New Yorkers? Where are the New Yorkers? I was trying to understand who I was talking to. and I couldn't place it. I couldn't figure it out. It's important to understand who you're talking to when you, as an international teacher, preacher, you come into a place and you try to understand the pulse of the people, the rhythm of their lives, and to present Krishna consciousness to them in a way that lands. And it can be a subtle thing sometimes, like just tuning into the calibrating to the mindset. I don't know if I told you this. So one time that we were with the Najuna Maharaj, we were in Poland doing festivals and kirtan, and we would go into the street and do kirtan and give talks, and people would gather around. We would have 50, 60 people would gather around, and we would talk to them, and we knew how to entertain them, so to speak, and to engage them. And then we went from Poland to Hungary, and we did the same things, and we weren't cutting through. We just couldn't figure out what was going on after 2 days in the well, even one day. The first day, Najuna Maharaj and I were speaking back, and it was like, what's going on? We can't get anyone to gather around. We can't get anyone to stop and participate in the kirtan. What is it? What is it with the people? And then on the second day, we realized that no, they were there. They were listening, but they were kind of pretending to read a newspaper by a tree, or sitting in a cafe, or across the road. There was actually lots of people tuning in, but they were shy somehow, or pretending that they weren't. They were maintaining a little bit of distance. And then by the third day, somehow we were able to connect again. And it wasn't that we changed our words, but somehow we just changed a mindset. So when I came to New York, I was feeling some kind of like, who are these people? How do I talk to them and understand them? And then at some point, and I also had a sense of like not actually finding the New York people. Because when I came into a room, it was always like this, like what we are here right now. And I didn't know, like everyone is so different. And then at some point, I realized, oh, that's New York. Everyone here is different. Everyone here, not everyone, most people, I think it was like, I read a statistic, 60, 80% are from somewhere else. They have for different boroughs, different statistics, but pretty much, it's 60 and 70 and 80 of everyone is from somewhere. And so that was my difficulty. Initially I was trying to like, where's the New Yorker? And then at some point I was like, okay, the New Yorker is from somewhere, from everywhere, but somehow has come here. And so what's in common is that they have come here, and everyone is trying to achieve something. Like they have some drive. They left what they had. They left where they were. Connections, family, relations, maybe problems, challenges. They left it and they came here to try to be something, someone, somehow, some way. So people are working hard. People are striving. People are sacrificing. And that, in my realization, is the New Yorker. So, this is a place of dreams, a place of ambitions, a place of people trying to realize some goal, some objective. Here's Krishna's sobering message for the New Yorker. Krishna's sobering message. He says, Abrahma bhuvana loka punar arvarti norjuna mamu petyatukum teya punarjanmana vidyate. He says, Brahma loka, you may go to the highest planet in this universe. You might become the Broadway star. You might play your concert, your concerto in the Met. You might become a Wall Street investor and make a fortune on the stock market. You might develop a business and land yourself massive contracts in construction or whatever it is that you're trying to do. Krishna says, but you're still going to have to face the realities of life. You're still going to have to grow old. You're still going to have to become diseased. And ultimately, you're still going to have to die. So all of that ambition, all of that effort, all of that energy, all of that sacrifice, Krishna's not saying don't do it, but he's saying don't forget. Don't forget that which you're investing in is temporary. And so while you invest your energy there, you feel you have to do it, it's your calling or it's your destiny or whatever it is that's driving you towards that, just recognize it has its due by date. And so while you invest in the temporary, even more important is to invest in the eternal. Invest in the temporary because your karma may be such that it is driving you in a certain direction. Who knows why we are called to do one thing or another. So fair enough. We're not ready to sit in a mountain cave as a yogi. Krishna doesn't even advise that that's necessarily a good idea. He's just giving us the warning that all of this will come to an end. And what remains as the essential you is the self, is the soul. And your relationship with the Supreme Soul, whether it's one that we are cultivating or not. That is that which is eternal. And so, how are we investing our time and energy? Krishna says, don't forget what is most important. Don't forget what is most essential. In the Gita, he offers a practical way of combining the two. The material ambition with spiritual self-realization. He says you take your material ambition and you dovetail it as an offering of service. You take your material ambition, that's your inclination, that's your drive, very well. But you use it as an alchemist. So alchemy, in the Middle Ages, people were alchemists. They would experiment, trying to turn different base metals into gold.
Sure,
Huh?
yeah. Sure, yeah.
It's true?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flaming.
Oh, you believe that they actually could do it?
Well, there was different people like Flaming and different people they would That's what they
Yeah, okay.
stories about them.
There are stories, yeah. Stories of people trying to achieve this, and perhaps, maybe, some who achieved it as well, yogis as well. There are stories. It's interesting. So, today, scientists are trying to do the same thing. Today's alchemists are the scientists, and they can make artificial diamonds. Takes a lot of expense, but it's possible. Lab-produced diamonds are flooding the market, and it's a problem for diamond sellers in the diamond market in Midtown. And I was speaking to a family that have been in the diamond business for generations. They said, unless you are as trained as we are, you can't spot the difference. They're that good. So, a few weeks ago, I read an article in the Financial Times. Some startup in California believes they can produce gold using nuclear fission. I can't remember what the base metal was, but using nuclear fission, they can produce gold. The thing is, it costs that much, the same expense as what it would be to get the nuclear fission working as it would to dig the gold out of a mine. But anyway, they're saying it's possible. Or they think it could be possible. Some startup claims to have figured out the formula. What was I talking about? Why did I go divert?
You said about the diamonds, the real ones and not real. It's very hard to
tell the difference. Yeah, but I had a reason for going there.
I just mentioned about alchemists. You asked me if I believe in them. I said,
oh yeah, so bhakti yoga is alchemy. The alchemists would try to take base metals, turn it into gold. Up until now science is saying that's hogwash. But now they're saying perhaps it's possible. In the Shastras, there was also reference to this. Sanatana Goswami in Hari Bhakti Vilas says, just as bell metal can be transformed into gold through an alchemical process, in the same way, through Vaishnava Diksha, a conditioned soul can become a transcendentalist. But that wasn't my point. My point was that alchemy, you take your inclination or your drive or your ambition and you transmute it by a process of devotion. You say, Krishna, accept this as my offering to you. Whether directly or the fruits of what I do, let me offer it to you. Please be pleased with it. Accept what I do for you, what I do as service to you. And let me remember you as I go about my activities in the world. Let me never forget you. That is purified. That's not just work anymore. That becomes yoga. We're linking with Krishna. And that's the investment in the eternal. So as we go about life in the world, as long as we are conditioned, we have an interest in the temporary, fair enough. Just know that it is temporary. At the same time, you invest in that which is eternal. Because when the body fades away, when the memory dims, and what is taken away from one's possessions, then we will also become detached from those ambitions and those needs that drive us now. And so the process of Bhakti Yoga will lead us in such a way. We go through life as we become purified. Gradually we realize, this thing that has been driving me and has been so important up until now, maybe it's not so important anymore. And then we can fully offer ourselves in devotion to Krishna. Therefore, Isha Upanishad says, Vidyam cha avidyam cha yastad vedo bahyam saha vinasena mrityum tirtva vidyayam mritamasnute. Isha Upanishad is really wonderful, one of my favorite texts. Just 18 verses and they are so profound. So this verse says, Vidyam cha avidyam cha, with knowledge and with non-knowledge, with ignorance or nescience, together you cultivate them both. Vidyam cha avidyam cha yastad vedo bahyam saha. By doing this, you will conquer vinasena mrityum tir, you will conquer death. Krishna is warning, wherever you go in the universe, you will encounter death. I'm saying whatever you achieve in New York City, you will ultimately have to encounter death. Isha Upanishad tells us that if you cultivate vidya along with your avidya, whatever it is that you're trying to achieve, you will conquer death. Vinasena mrityum tirtva, and you will come to truth. So as you go about your life pursuing your avidya, your nescience,